Gentlemen. Oh, Jesus. It's Monday morning. Don't know whether or not you knew, but it is. I'm here to tell you, and if that's the rude awakening, then I'm afraid you're just going to have to get used to it. Get out of bed. Come on. Out of bed. Swing both your legs. Both your little legs. Yeah, your pale, pasty, hairless legs off the side of the bed. That's it. Put them into your slippers. Why are the slippers soggy? Who knows? Get your slippers on. Okay, now get up out of bed. Okay, take your little dressing gown, one of your little short, weirdly cut off dressing gown that just allows your plums to hang out the bottom. Take that off the back of your door. Okay, put it over you. All right. Now go and pass your morning wine. Okay. All right, done that. Okay, good. Now put the kettle on. Okay, start spooning the coffee into the top of the AeroPress. Yes, you use an AeroPress. Yes, you're a fucking hipster. Okay, let's just get on with it. Okay, pouring in the water, pouring in the hot water, and creating the delicious black gold. Pressing down the AeroPress. It's going over the fucking sides. Why does it always do this? And then you've got yourself a delicious, dishlicious cup of the good stuff. And would you look at this mug? This is some vintage shit right here. This is some 2006 vintage. This mug is probably older than some of the listeners of this show. That's hotter than I gave it credit for. Yeah, classic vintage Dogs on Acid mug. This was given to me by Sasha when I signed Alice to Dogs on Acid recordings. It's about all I got, actually. Certainly didn't get any cash, but what are you going to do, eh? That's drum and bass for you, eh? That was drum and bass in the noughties. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes, that's all I want.
You're getting on, you're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Threshold.fm. Welcome to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Welcome to the rest of your miserable lives. No, your lives are fine. They're going to be all right, and they can only get better, really. As D-Ream with, what's his name? Coxie. Brian Cox. As Brian Cox sang, things can only get better. Hey, listen, guys. Hey, glad you're here, actually, because I've got a few bits for you. Shoe throwers, fucking loads of business going on today. New Breakage, hello. New Posij, oi oi. New Kasra, sure. New Red Pill, okay, fine. New AMC, please, I'm trying to drive. New Old Spore, thanks. And classic Sunchase. Oh, this came on got a little personal drum and bass playlist, of all the real narky shit that I listen to in the gym. Just Percy's, just a few Percy's. Anyway, this came on the other day. Sunchase, Remember Me. That was a soul-seek anthem back in the day, I can assure you. Some people claiming it was Pendulum. It wasn't. And, but, for a bloody good record. For a bloody good record.
Lobsters.
Warhammer. So, and then in terms of bullshit, oh, this is so good. I can't wait to get into this. This Irish sex education video from the 80s is hilarious. Dominic Smithers of the Lad Bible is not wrong. It is. How has that not got any shares? Maybe there's something wrong with their site, but I'll tell you what. Oh, this is absolute gold. I mean, imagine what an Irish sex education video presented by an old lady might be like, because that's what it's like, and it It is pure entertainment. We also have Man claims to find slice of bread in £23 packet of tobacco from Tesco's. I think Man is lying, but sure, that's fine. Who else have we got? No, that's not right. No, that's not right either. Yeah, then a lot of gubbins from last week. I do think it's also would be fair to get into this little Tide Podder. Nude man shooting hoops told cops that playing naked enhances his skill level. And who are we to argue? Quite honestly, who are we to argue? Female goth busted for Facebook post threatening elementary school shooting. Oh dear, these big titty goth girlfriends are out of control. These SoundCloud rappers need to rein in their goth girlfriends, because that ain't good. Birthday girl gets slashy over no cake, gift and card. Probably get into that as well. What else have we got? The Rage Yoga. Yeah, that needs a going over. There's an amusing video of that. Woman had alligator in her yoga pants. The couple filming a sex scene in a Tesla while it's driving itself. Elion reacts. And sleep shopping mum buys full-size basketball court in bizarre £3,000 spree. Oh, beauty. Absolute beauty. So it's Monday, and I'm sorry that I wasn't in on Friday. Listen, guys, I had to work. I spend approximately half of every day doing Threshold stuff, and then I basically work full-time as well, because the free markets must be obeyed. But sadly, on Friday, there was just no way around it. I had to work in the morning as well. But you know, these things have the free markets. They must be obeyed. But I can only apologise. I'm doing my best. Right. Come on, I feel like just hammering out Sunchase now, just for get this bloody party started. Stin says, have you seen the trainers that kids wear these days? Yeah, I have. They're fucking horrendous. I feel like I should do a bit about it. Nightmarish. They're enormous. They're stupid. They look like an 80s version of what they believe trainers of the future would look like. Look like what Marty McFly would wear if he ate Tide Pods for breakfast. I'm trying to sing along, it's not even in English. Tom Camm saying not Warhammer but Warhamster, and of course, obviously on Google image search, it exists. There is the Warhamster. He could be Wesley Snipes' partner in crime. That war hamster came here to fight orcs and eat ass. He's fresh out of orcs. Don't worry, Joe, I have your episode number 14 of the Mezzanine Show locked and loaded. Locked and loaded like Che Guevara's pistol pointed at the back of an artist's head. Oh. Yeah, man, Sunchase, remember me, one absolute frickin' blinder. Jenna Hitchmuff's up inside the place. Inside! Alright. God, there's bloody about another 4 minutes of this left. We could do. Nah, come on, let's get on with the goddamn news. Oh, no, look, I've got them on the same channel again. This is a disaster.
Lobsters.
Fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Forget it. Okay, all right, I'm sorry. Nude man shooting hoops told cops that playing naked enhances his skill level. And who are we to question him, really? And who are cops? Who even are cops? And who are they to question whether or not his nakedness enhances his skill level or not? It's his God-given right as an American citizen to be naked if he wishes to while shooting his hoops. And I don't see how he's really... God, he is Tide Poddy though, isn't he? God bless him. I mean, he looks like he might have vaped a couple of Tide Pods, potentially. Yeah. Oof. God bless him. A nude man found playing basketball last night in a Florida park told police that he feels playing naked enhances his skill level. According to the arrest report detailing the hoopster's bust for indecent exposure. Responding to a call about a white male who was not wearing clothing in the Candyland Park in Longwood, an Orlando suburb, a patrolman discovered Jordan Anderson, 29, shooting hoops while unencumbered by any clothing. When Officer William Humphreys asked Anderson what he was doing, the suspect stated he was working on his basketball skills and he feels playing naked enhances his skill level. I feel like all that jumping around without any sort of support of the ball bag could cause issues. I think it would I think maybe just playing in just a jockstrap. Now that I can see an advantage in. Just a jockstrap and a pair of Nike Air Jordans. I think that is probably the ideal outfit. And if the NBA wanted to take that up as a sort of new uniform, maybe, I think that would be nice. Can't see any reason why not. Anyway, I digress. Anderson, the report notes, was naked and put his clothing on when he... we asked him to put his clothing on and he complied. Fair's fair. No need to arrest the poor boy. He's got Tide Pods to smoke. A park employee had initially spotted Anderson, seen it right, bawling sans clothes, and dialed 911. Fucking narc. Since Anderson was in public, exposing his sexual organs, he was charged with indecent exposure and booked into the Seminole County Jail on a misdemeanor charge. He's locked up in lieu of a $500 bond. He's now joined the Aryan Nation as the only way to stay alive in the rough Florida prison system. He has already shanked 2 inmates and will now spend the rest of his life under lock and key. Well, God bless him, you know. Press F to show respect for nude man shooting hoops, for nude Jordan Anderson. I hope they have a good basketball program in prison, because he's almost certainly spending the rest of his life there, and maybe he'll be able to start his own naked basketball program where, you know, other consenting inmates can get together to play nudie b-ball with their nudie b-balls, just flopping around, just as nature intended, just as God wanted. You know, clothes are in many ways a crime against God, and I think he was just trying to get himself a little bit closer to a guy you might have heard of, a little guy called Jesus Christ. And maybe one day we'll all get that close to Jesus, but probably not today. Right, what else have we got? Come on. Let's meet woman who had alligator in her yoga pants. Floridian, 25, removed reptile during police stop. Is there a picture of the... Yep, there it is. Well, it's a small alligator, but I would not like that in my trousers. Not in any way, shape or form. There's a picture of her there. She looks like she is probably at a dubstep rave. She's gone out because she loves the dirty dub. That's how she posts about it on Facebook. She really likes Funkcase. Really big Funty fan. She's got. She likes to do the stand at the front, do the whole Angry Claws situation. Yeah, she's keen on that. She likes to recommend very old tunes that have been on UKF as if they are recently released, and and she slept with Flux Pavilion. May 7th, meet Ariel Lequire, the woman with the alligator in her yoga pants. Yeah, that's a weird Stieg Larsson novel. As you may have heard, the 25-year-old Floridian was in the passenger seat of a pickup stopped at 3:15 a.m. yesterday after the vehicle rolled through a stop sign at an intersection in Punta Gorda. Upon approaching the truck, cops asked Lequire and driver Michael Clemens, 22, where they were coming from. At that hour, Clemens explained that the duo had been attempting to collect frogs and snakes underneath a nearby overpass, and that they had also journeyed from a recent Borgor gig. Asked if they would be willing to open their backpacks for inspection, Clemens and Lequire agreed to the police request. While Clemens' bags only contained clothing and personal effects, Lequire's backpack held 41 small turtles. Wow, okay. According to a Charlotte County Sheriff's Office report. After being read her rights, Lequire was asked by a deputy if she had anything else on her person. Ariel proceeded to pull an alligator out of her yoga pants, about 1 foot in length, and place it into the bed of the truck. Report notes the alligator is seen in the picture below. Wow, yeah, there it is. That alligator has been well and truly busted. I feel like the alligator might have been complicit in that, because I think if an alligator really didn't want to be in your pants, it wouldn't be in your pants, basically. But if the alligator chose to behave in your pants and not effectively just bite your genitalia clean off, then maybe it wants to be in there. Maybe it's complicit. Maybe you should arrest the alligator. That's all I'm saying. After the alligator's emergence, Fish and Wildlife Commission's agent arrived at the scene and began conducting their own investigation. They're like a sort of militant arm of the RSPCA. The outcome of which has not been announced. Lequire, who has worked as a crabber, was convicted in 2016 of violating a county ordinance prohibiting animals from running at large. Right. She was also a defendant in a 2017 paternity action filed by a male petitioner. She sounds like a bit of a wrong-un. She's disturbing wildlife. She's stealing turtles. She's going to Borgor raves. She is a menace to society. She needs to be stopped. I've had enough of her. I think it's an absolute outrage. Right, what else have we got in terms of stuff to lob shoes to? Bloody Nora. I've got old Spore here. Spore remix of Bullet Time by Bad Company. So just keep that one locked in the bloody chamber. This is called Hella Sideways by Posij. Like press W for Warhammer, that's nice. Press S for Shoe Thrower. I do think moving towards a situation whereby the live chat is almost entirely in code, completely impenetrable to anyone that doesn't understand it, would be nice. F to pay respect, S for shoe thrower, W for Warhammer, L for lobsters.
Warhammer.
Lobsters.
Too much heat in one package.
P for Padgage. Jesus, listen guys, I'm getting excited about Saturday. The 25th. The first proper Threshold meetup. Threshold all-dayer. Oh! Yep, L for lobster, P for Padgage, C for communism has killed over 100 million people. Woo! This is called Hella Sideways by Posij. Pissage to his mates. Yeah, this is great. All over this shit. I think it'd be a nice record to have on while maybe you were cooking a dinner for a young lady. Maybe a nice baked potato. A little bit of tuna, not too much. Beans, cheese, obviously. Yeah, that is Posij. Hella Sideways. It's on, I don't know what label it's on. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? Vision? What do you reckon? Division. Oh, off an entire Posij album. I did not know. Why do people not tell me these things? Maybe is it that I've deleted almost all social media off my phone? That I'm now slightly out of the loop with stuff? Look, guys, you're going to have to keep me in the loop for this sort of shit because I don't know, fuck all, mate. I've got no idea what's going on. Right, come on, let's get back to the I say news. Come on. Right, couple film sex scene inside self-driving Tesla Model X. Jeff Parsons of the Met, what they call Met Row. I guess that's a newspaper website or something. Haven't heard of it. Don't know, seems all right. A couple have shot an explicit sex scene while cruising down the highway in a self-driving car. The video, filmed inside a Tesla Model X, set on autopilot mode, went viral on Pornhub last week. And made Tesla the trending search term on the site. Excellent, good work, guys. While the car drives itself, independent porn star Taylor Jackson and her boyfriend get down to business in front of the camera for almost 10 minutes. Oh, shit. Oh, you fucking bastard. Oh. Yeah, forget it. Just forget it. Forget it. Look, this is what happens when you forget to charge the iPad, and then you got to run it on another computer, and then that computer is the same one that does the noises, and it's just chaos. It's chaos, anarchy, destruction. Forget it. Earlier this year, I was on a road trip with my boyfriend, and he asked me to have sex with him while driving. Jackson told the tech site The Register. We both thought it was hot and joked about doing it again, putting it on Pornhub. We thought someone had to have done it before, so we looked it up, but we couldn't find a single video. A week later, I signed up for a Pornhub account, and this video was one of the first few I made. The video notched up over 2 million views in a couple of days. Wow. And attracted a flood of comments from Pornhub users. Well, keen to get into that. RadDad76 wrote, "What a fucking day and age we live in, where you can watch a man something in a car that drives itself." Brings a tear to my eye. Well, RadDad76, I'm inclined to agree. We really are living in the future. It is a beautiful thing to witness. You would never get this under communism. I mean, I think the chances of, trying to get, I don't know, some sort of old black and white film camera into the back of a fucking Trabant and draw while driving down Karl Marx Alley. Good luck. Pornhub posted a screen grab of the video to Instagram and commented that it would report Jackson to Tesla CEO Elon Musk for not having two hands on the wheel while autopilot was enabled. Tesla has been slowly adding software updates to its cars to make the autopilot feature more autonomous. Once enabled, it allows Tesla to keep pace with other cars as well as change lanes and merge with traffic without any input from the driver. However, autopilot is designed to help people drive, not fully take over control. In the autopilot manual, Tesla reminds customers never depend on these components to keep you safe. It is the driver's responsibility to stay alert. You should not be watching coffee and memes while autopilot drives for you, although we can see why you would want to. Drive safely and be in control of your vehicle at all times. Try not to get a nosh while doing it, but again, we can see the appeal. So I guess at least, Tesla are honest about it, aren't they? That's nice. They look, guys, we can see the appeal of getting a nosh while the car drives for you. That does seem pretty cool, but please do be careful. God bless them. Anyway, Elon has reacted to it. Elon Musk responds after couple film themselves having sex in a Tesla. Elon says, "Turns out there are more ways to use autopilot than we imagined." Pornhub have replied, "My bad." Why? Okay. Well, that's cool. That's nice. That seems fine, doesn't it? Although not directly mentioning the video, Musk appeared to allude to it on Twitter, where he says, "Turns out there are more ways to use autopilot than we imagined." He followed that tweet with a second that read, "Should have seen it coming." Nice. according to Tesla's website. Oh, yeah, we've just seen all of that. Seen it all. Right, sleep basketball court. Funny, isn't it, how the how occasionally just like I don't think we've ever mentioned basketball before on the show, and then 2 stories in the same episode about naked basketball and sleep basketball court purchasing. Sleep shopping. Mum buys full-size basketball court in bizarre £3,000 spree. It's so funny. Mum of 3 with a rare sleeping disorder has spent £3,000 on internet shopping sprees while fast asleep. Kelly Knipes, that's a good name, 37, was taken aback when a delivery lorry containing a £100 full-size plastic basketball court showed up at her house. What? Okay, anyway, she also brought fridges, tables, a Wendy house, and hundreds of pounds worth of Haribo sweets during her nocturnal shopping sprees. She has had to return the items to avoid sinking into debt, and says her husband resorted to locking her phone away and to stop her wasting money. That's so bizarre, isn't it? What? Benefit cheat given 900 years to pay $83,000, she claimed while living in Spain. Wonder what the interest on that would be. Kelly from Basildon, Essex, says it was all too easy to rack up debt everywhere as her credit card details were saved on her phone. She would wake up and feel a sense of dread when she found email receipts for items she'd unknowingly bought during the night. We still needed to put food on the plate, and I was spending money that we didn't have, and I started borrowing money. I couldn't refund any food purchases like the Haribos. Then there were other purchases that I made that I just never returned because it was getting a bit too much. I would just wake up and put them to the side. Despite her husband's efforts to lock doors and hide her phone, she still managed to find a way to buy items including from websites including eBay and Argos. The other strange purchases included 58 quid's worth of cookie jars, salt and pepper pots, and books about teaching, despite her not being a teacher. Oh, God. Oh, poor girl. Kelly has been diagnosed with parasomnia, sleeping disorder involving abnormal behaviour and perceptions. Look, this is a really great cover for going and murdering someone and then getting away with it with the excuse of I was sleep murdering. People have got off murder charges with the excuse, I'm sorry, I was sleep murdering. So maybe it's all an elaborate ruse. She's just building up a catalogue of ridiculous things to really, sow the seeds of her actually having this parasomnia. And then one day she's just going to bludgeon her husband to death while he's in bed. And that's that. I mean, strange things have happened. She has also been found to have obstructive sleep apnea, which stops her breathing in her sleep and forces her brain to partially wake up, allowing her to sleepwalk. Right, okay. Although she was known to sleepwalk occasionally as a child, her condition has ramped up in 2006 when she was pregnant with her first child, Henry. She overdosed on diabetic medicine in her sleep while she was 20 weeks pregnant, but says there was no serious, long-lasting damage, apart from obviously the £3,000 basketball court. As a single mother, she didn't seek help for her symptoms as she was afraid her abilities as a mum would be questioned. After marrying husband Jamie, 40, and having 2 more sons, Kelly says that the condition has really started to take its toll. She said it was horrible because I didn't know what I was going to do at the night. I was physically exhausted. I felt so drained every day of my life. I didn't do anything with my kids. I was constantly in hospital because I wasn't sleeping at night. Cool face tech she's got going on here. She hasn't been up on the screen. My apologies. Look, here she is. Now she's got all sorts of gubbins strapped to her face for some sort of sleep experiments, I guess. Or maybe this is just some sort of new millennial fashion that I haven't quite caught up with yet. That could easily be made by Balenciaga. Easily. It costs about $8,000. Comes with a free knapsack. I don't know. She says GPs frequently dismissed her symptoms as being down to stress. The stress of looking after 3 disabled children. Look, I feel bad. I feel bad for you, son. It's obviously, there's certainly hilarity in buying a £3,000 basketball court while you're asleep. But yeah, I think don't have your payment details saved in your phone. I think would be probably a smart one, and keep your credit cards under lock and key while you're asleep. Smart advice. That's the Coffee and Memes health tips for the week. Thanks, Snips.
Lobsters.
Damn right. Right, look, what else have we got in terms of footwear flingers? New Kasra. Come on, let's make this dream a reality. Oh, no, you've all been behaving in the chat, haven't you? Stin's advice is that she should wise up and fuck off. Well, that's charming. Cuff her to the bed? Right, okay.
When I focus on the love, all those shadows just fade away. And it becomes irrelevant.
Nice little bit of gear, isn't it? This is called Focus on the Love by Kasra.
And it becomes irrelevant. When I focus on the love, all those shadows just fade away. And it becomes irrelevant.
Yeah, Lee, if you don't throw a lobster at the dentist, you're out, basically, mate. So I'll revoke your I'll revoke your green gang status. I'm afraid you didn't go looking for trouble. Trouble came looking for you today. And to buy a lobster on the way. And as soon as you open your mouth and a dentist sort of looks over, you just got to hurl it at him from the side. Yeah, or use a shoe if you can't find a lobster. Sage advice there, Jenna. That was Focus on Love by Kasra. I presume it's on Critical. I'm going to make the assumption And I think it's a fair one. Guys, what have we got? Yes, I can't believe I haven't covered this soon. This is important bloody news. The UK is officially the most drunk nation on earth. Wow. Seriously? Beat Russia? I don't know. I'm calling shenanigans on this. Drinkers in the UK get drunk more often than anywhere else in the world. Findings from a global drug survey suggest. Britain's report getting drunk an average of 51 times in a 12-month period. Do we have a week off? Got 1 week where we don't get pissed. Come on, man. I would say 50 times in a month. Almost once a week, the 2019 report featuring... Oh, it only featured 36 countries. Where's the list of countries? Is Russia in it? Come on. A study comes amid an overall downward trend in drinking levels in the UK, with abstention on the rise, particularly amongst young adults. Yeah, these Gen Z lot, absolute pussies. Professor Adam Winstock, founder of the survey, said while fewer people were drinking, many who were doing so in a potentially harmful way. Researchers based in London surveyed 5,500 people in England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and more than 120,000 globally between October 29th and December 30th last year. It is the 8th annual report and claims to be the largest drug survey in the world. English-speaking countries led the way for how often the citizens get drunk, with the USA, Canada and Australia closely following the UK in the top of the global rankings. Professor Winstock said, "We get told too much is bad, and it is. But current guidelines fail to accept the pleasure of intoxication and give little guide on the difference between being a little drunk and a lot drunk, and doing it 3 to 4 times a year versus weekly. We need to have that conversation." In the UK, we don't tend to do moderation. We end up getting drunk as the point of the evening. Damn right. Until culture changes and we become more European. How can you say more European? Like, there's no, drinking trends in Portugal and Poland are the same? How many countries are there in Europe? 27 or something? They're all the same, are they? And it's just us. It's just the UK out and around, completely different from everywhere. That's ridiculous. Until culture changes and we become more European and moderate in our drinking, we might have to bite the bullet and think about how to advise people to get drunk drinking less. That's an interesting idea. Like, okay, guys, look, we know you want to get drunk all the time, so we're gonna work out a way how you can get really drunk, but with less booze. So we're going to advise you, if you want to get pissed up in the evening, to not eat anything all day, completely empty stomach, and we'd like you to do a lot of exercise, ramp the metabolism up a little bit, and then we reckon about two shots of tequila, you're going to be flying. Getting drunk carries risks of injury and health harm, but we need to start highlighting the risks at different levels of drinking, even if they're above safe limits. Current NHS guidelines say there is no safe level of drinking, and that men and women should not drink more than 14 units of alcohol a week on a regular basis. That's around 6 pints of beer. These understood officials are not looking into amending advice at this stage. Survey found the UK is behind Australia in how many people sought emergency treatment following alcohol use in the last 12 months. 3.7% of respondents. Bloody hell. UK drinkers regretted just under a fifth of their drinking sessions, compared to 20% globally. All right, well, that's interesting. The UK get pissed more than anyone and regret it less. Nice. Women consistently reported feeling post-drinking regret more than men, while German-speaking women over the age of 25 were the most likely to be concerned about their sessions. But the data showed that, in general, people overwhelmingly like getting drunk. Yeah, no shit. Speculating over Brexit, the report said, changing the cultural narrative concerning intoxication and promoting moderation seems to be good for a nation's health. You reckon? Not the opposite of like telling people to get absolutely shit-cunted all the time. That might be bad for the health, you reckon? The report also compared the value for money aspect of drugs bought in the UK. Despite alcohol being the most popular drug, shop-bought drinks were seen as less value for money than LSD, magic mushrooms, MDMA, ketamine, cannabis, and GHB. Give GHB a miss, guys. I think that's another piece of Coffee and Memes health advice. Give the GHB a miss. Drinks bought in a bar were perceived to be the worst value for money, having overtaken cocaine, which came bottom in 2016. Yeah, cocaine is terrible value for money. Really, I mean, way worse than buying drinks in a bar. Yeah, cocaine should be right at the top of the list of worst value for money. It's ridiculous if you think about it. Like, you might go into a shop, I really need a new jumper. I haven't had any new clothes in ages. Go into a jumper, that's a really nice one. 50 quid. Oh, 50 quid. It's a lot to spend on a jumper. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. You go away and think about it, and then you go to the pub that night. A few rounds in, so I was like, should we get the bag in? You're like, yeah, right, it's 50 quid. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, a couple of hours later, that'll be gone, and you'll feel fucking dreadful. That jumper would have lasted you for about 3 years. It's absolutely absurd. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There's loads of stuff like that as well, like coconut water, yeah? Coconut water is quite expensive. You go, a litre of coconut water, £2.50. God, that is crazy. Going to a pub, half a litre of beer, 5 quid, fine, take my money. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't goddamn know. I do not goddamn know. Let's do this penis enlargement one, because I'd like to get that out of the browser. It's been knocking about there for bloody weeks. Penis enlarging surgeries don't work and should almost never be done, claims Alan Scott of the Metro. Getting surgery or filler to enlarge your penis simply isn't worth the risks, suggest new research. Listen, young kings, just be careful out there. You know, maybe learn techniques rather than trying to build up the length or the girth of it. Just learn better techers. Could be an idea. A review reveals that penis enlargement procedures don't work and are ineffective and risky, posing risks of physical and psychological damage when carried out. Risks to complications include permanent numbness, oh man, low sexual satisfaction, difficulty getting and maintaining a boner, deformity, shortening of the penis. Oh my God, the irony, the cruel irony. They went in to get the penis enlarged, and when they came out, it was smaller. Oh. Overall, most men who undergo penis lengthening procedures aren't satisfied with the results. You can't make a mountain out of a molehill, man. Gordon Muir, a urologist at King's College Hospital and the lead researcher of the study, said the procedures should almost never be done. They can cost up to 30 grand or even 40 grand. I'm going to need some more people on the Patreon for that. Often the man ends up with a penis that is disfigured, and there is no more than 20% satisfaction rates with these procedures, said Gordon, Big Gordy. The main issue with these surgeries and treatments is that there's not enough evidence to suggest they produce the results they promise. There's also the issue that most men who opt for the surgery have entirely normal penis sizes. Many are paying thousands for a treatment they don't need, when in fact their issue is body dysmorphia. Righto. In this review, researchers looked at 17 previous studies that assessed 21 different types of procedure formed on 1,000 or so men. The most common types of penis enlarging treatments were the use of dermal fillers and a surgery called suspensory ligament incision. Overall, the outcomes of these treatments weren't great. Researchers want their findings to urge a change with any men who want to undergo penis-related treatments, needing to be informed of the potential problems they can occur. They also urge men to undergo a full psychological assessment before they're able to have a cosmetic treatment done. Previous research noted the severe risks of penile enlargement treatments. Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone listening that are considering it, but it sounds like a it sounds like a rough road, and a road that almost certainly leads to disappointment and failure. Much like a trip, much like a roll around in the sack with Uncle Rankin. Almost certainly a one-way trip to disappointment for both parties. God, yeah, Christ. Listen, guys, just work on some technique, don't worry too much about size. it's about personality, isn't it? That's what girls say. They say, guys, I don't care if you've got a micro penis. If you have a winning personality, if you're bubbly, fun, jovial, you're a cheeky chap, that's what the ladies want. They don't mind if you're, really overweight with a tiny little micro penis. They don't mind. Girls don't mind. Even when they say they mind, they don't mind. They're just playing hard to get. No, this seems rough, man. I feel for you young kings out there. Maybe stop watching the pornos with the men with the giant peens, because it's not real life, man. It ain't real life. Just watch a little show every morning at 10 a.m. called Coffee and Memes, where I dish out the only life advice worth taking. Don't take life advice from me. Right, come on, what else have we got? Let's have another little bit. What have we got? Oh, a new breakage. Come on, look, I might as well just fucking give all the good stuff. Just get it out. Yeah. This is called Yeah by Breakage. Hang around at 11, a regular Joe. It's put together 3 hours of almost certainly utter madness. Just the kind of guy he is, though. Whoop. Yeah. Unsurprisingly, this is really good. Frisk saying, I'd want a 10-foot penis for 30 grand. Jesus, for 30 grand, I'd want two. Listen. That's absolutely fine. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm starting. Let's just wheel that just back a little, just a second. That might be the crispest break I think I may have ever heard on a record. Name me a better EQ'd Amen you've ever heard. Seriously. Ridiculous. That's called Yeah. It's by Breakage. It's off the Lift Up EP, which is out now. Joe, I don't know what you're talking about. My missive. I don't know what you're on about. Anyway, look, 2 minutes left of the goddamn show. It's time for the VIP list. A bunch of bad motherfuckers that are supporting the show on Patreon and keeping the wheels a-spinning, keeping the wheels greased. That's Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, the BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Goof, Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, Ryan Glaser, James Parry, Dave Thompson, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squiffington, Liam the Menace Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, a guy with no STDs, Justin Mercer, Ames MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphreys, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Elton, Torrin Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dark Progressive Sidetrans is actually superior to drum and bass, Nicholas Lawsey, Damon Rayner, Chris Breaks the Build, Carissa Barthelson, Odin Bates, Lee Fuller, D, Daniel Genvy, Flaxis, Alexander Cassidy, Matt Wright, Dylan Laws, Grant Sullivan, Not That, Tom Robinson, subscribe on YouTube, Greg Cornford, Grace Sellers, Dab Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Mr. Happy, the German trance overlord of D&B, Ranking makes uplifting vocal sidetrance under the alias Cosmic Waft, keep your cool tool in the motor pool, but don't let you meet loaf, Nick Brock, Mustang Fetty, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Sam House, Hugh Downer, Sarah Hunt, the Hitchmuffs, L Tech, and Willie. Thank you so much to all of you lot for supporting the show. Financially, you are all wonderful, wonderful freaking humans. I can't wait to see everyone on the 25th, well, on Saturday, for the Threshold All Day. If you want details of that, they're in the Threshold Lobster Crew Facebook group, and you can go to our Discord, and there is a Lobster Meetup section. All the details are in there. Hang around now for 3 hours of a Regular Joe's mezzanine show, playing all things that are good, all random madness across the musical spectrum. It's absolutely fine. Literally, don't worry. Don't even worry about it. Do not even worry. Right, I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for more coffee and memes. You wonderful folk. Stay out of trouble. Yeah, keep your noses clean, and God bless you all. Okay.